They're running in the All-American Futurity NFL.
Hi everyone, and welcome to the Triple Crown Report, brought to you by Jones Bloodstock Insurance Agency. I'm Tim Keithley, along with Hall of Fame broadcaster Tom Dawson, ready to take you through the lineup for the $3 million All-American Futurity, $700,000 All-American Oaks, and $1 million All-American Derby this weekend at the Downs of Albuquerque. It should be a lot of fun, Tom.
Oh, listen, been waiting for this all summer. Get to the All-American. You really separate who can go that 440 classic distance and who can't. And we're going to see some surprises in these trials because there's some lurkers out there that we haven't seen do their best. They're going to improve with this distance.
We do have some horses to watch for you all that we'll tell you all about. Coming up in this broadcast, Triple Crown Report is brought to you by Jones Bloodstock Insurance Agency, Granada Farms, American Quarter Horse Association, New Mexico Horse Breeders Association, Kavanaugh Quarter Horses, Royal Vista Ranch, Just Dulce, and Speed Horse Magazine. Back to tell you all about the All-American trials when the Triple Crown Report returns.
The American Quarter Horse. They represent a new year, new opportunities, and exciting expectations to be winners. For over 30 years, Jones Bloodstock Insurance Agency has insured American quarter horses that include champions and their bloodlines. Jones Bloodstock Insurance Agency knows that your horse represents a large investment. Ensuring that investment will be the least overall expense an owner has in protecting that investment, whether it's a new foal, a new purchase, or a special runner. Jones Bloodstock Insurance Agency offers prospective full coverage to protect your investment from the very beginning, while in utero, and when your foals are born. Jones Bloodstock Insurance Agency can insure them at 24 hours of age. Their family has made supporting the American Quarter Horse a priority. Jones Bloodstock Insurance Agency is proud to be a Triple Crown Report sponsor. Visit their website at jonesbloodstockinsurance.com for more information.
Uncle D is the only stallion to sire qualifiers for all Remington Park, Oklahoma bred stakes. Uncle D foals born through 2026 are eligible for the $50,000 smart money incentive when they win a Grade 1 Futurity or Derby. $25,000 goes to Grade 2 and Grade 3 Futurity and Derby winners. Plus, he is a Ruby and Regatta Buckle stallion. Uncle D, a $3 million sire, now standing in New Mexico at Prestige Equine.
Back with round one of the All-American Futurity, Tom. All these horses will be going 440 yards, and that makes a big difference compared to the Ruidoso and Rainbow.
Some of them are making a big jump from 350 to 440 and paying a supplement to have that privilege. Now that's really believing in your horse, but they've got some good horses. We're going to see some brand new faces.
All right, at 14 races on Friday and 14 on Saturday, the top 5 times will make the final both days. And let's take a look at this list of horses to watch. The first horse I asked to put on the list, Tom, it's Sea Pearl. Now, this was the top auction price last fall in the New Mexico sale. This is a sister to King of the Tide.
Well, right now, Sea Pearl is a little bit more of an oyster than a pearl. She's had 4 starts. She ran second her last trip. So that, that imbues some confidence. She looks like the distance will suit her. Sometimes, you know what, they just mature later. A lot of New Mexico money down the road. So let's see what she can do against these guys.
She has a famous brother, no doubt about that. So she'll have to live up to that. Let's go to race number 6 on Friday in the trials. The Cyber Monday has been a fantastic sire thus far. And here's Monday Dynasty.
Monday's Dynasty was second in the kindergarten futurity at Los Alamitos back earlier in the year. came up here for a try at the Rainbow. Ran a good race, tricky wind that day. It was hard to tell which way it was blowing. Won the race handily, did not qualify, but certainly deserves another look here.
And then we go to race number 11, and Ricky Ramirez, last year's All-American champion, is back aboard a really nice young runner, Telescout. He says that Telescout is showing the same talent as King of the Tide.
Yeah, Telescout qualified for the Ruidoso Futurity, and I thought he'd be the winner, frankly. And he's took some of the money out of my poor old pocket. And he came back and won his Rainbow Trial, but it just wasn't the same bite that he had in the Ruidoso Trial. He looks like 440 will help him. So if Ricky's right, he'll certainly be one to watch.
I love that outside post for Telescout. And in race number 14, here's an undefeated supplemented horse. They paid the $50,000 to enter, Cowboys Flying.
Well, he deserves a shot. He's made $566,000. He's won 2 futurities in Texas. Now, a lot of things against him. He won that race down there at the TQHA sale futurity very handily. He's on the rail and just exploded midway to take it. Now, that was only 2 weeks ago. They put him on the trailer right away and sent him to Albuquerque. If he was all right, they were going to supplement him. They did. He's in. It's a tough road to climb. He's got to jump distance. He's got to overcome the difference in altitude from San Antonio to Albuquerque. A lot of things against him, but you know what? He can run. We're going to see a good horse.
It adds a lot of drama to the afternoon as that one goes in race 14. So will there be a position for that racehorse at the end of the day? Let's take a look at the horses to watch for Friday that Tom and I have put together. Sea Pearl, Monday Dynasty, Telescout, Cowboys Flying, and that's Friday of the 2 days. Now we'll be right back to tell you about Saturday's runners when the Triple Crown Report returns.
New Mexico offers year-round racing at 5 tracks. $60 million is paid annually to New Mexico breds, led by the $1.2 million State Fair Futurity at Albuquerque. Last year, 4 New Mexico breds became millionaires, 2 quarter horses and 2 thoroughbreds. Yours may be waiting. Shop the New Mexico bred sale at Ruidoso in August and the Ruidoso Select sale. New Mexico is the place to breed and race.
One famous eagle has sired 3 All-American Futurity winners, 2 world champions, and 6 millionaires. Dulce Sintacha was the leading freshman sire with progeny earnings of nearly $2.2 million. 2-time champion Cyber Attack is a full brother to 6 Grade 1 winners. His first crop are yearlings. Also standing, This Is an Eagle, both a graded stakes winner and multiple graded stakes sire. Granada Farms, home of champion runners and sires.
Back to the Triple Crown Report. Let's take a look at Saturday's trials, 14 races. Top 5 will make the final. We'll begin with race number 4, Treasured Empire. Now this was the horse that last year at the sale brought $700,000, a bit of a disappointment early in the season. We'll try to make avenge for that as a gelding.
Well, you know, they didn't wait long. They tried him once as a colt in the trials, and he barely picked up his feet. 2 days later, he was a gelding. So it's very clear that his ownership group, which includes Javier Rodriguez, wants a runner. They're not looking for a stud. They want a runner. So we'll see now the new freshly manicured Treasured Dreams. Let's see how he performs.
All right, and we go to race number 5. I tell you, out of all of the runners in the Rainbow, this one won the juvenile. I was most impressed with Just a Bad Little Cat. And Tom, they supplemented this horse for the futurity.
You know, when I did the Winter Circle interview for Cowboy Channel after the juvenile of the Rainbow, they told me that they were really wanting to supplement. They really thought they had a horse that could do it. And beat a good horse called Flying Cowboy's Candy in that juvenile, that a horse I think's got a pretty good shot to get something done in these trials. So I do not blame them a bit. Races over the track, I think the distance can be handled. I would have supplemented him too.
Let's go to race number 11, and here's another supplemented, undefeated racehorse in Fall Classic, winner of the Heritage over at Remington. This is probably, out of all the horses, this might be the one to catch.
Well, Fall Classic was very sharp that night at the Heritage Place Futurity, and he beat El Huracano V, who was first across the wire in the Rainbow, and other very nice horses. Fought him off on the inside to post a narrow victory. He hasn't run since, but they thought enough of him to supplement him to this. That's a big jump from the 350 or from the Heritage Place in May all the way to August 7th or 8th. But he's a classy horse.
Well, he sure looks like a runner on paper. We'll see if that happens on Saturday. And then in race 13, the runner-up in the Rainbow comes back for owner Johnny Trotter. Think Twice Perry. And Tom, this horse was making up a lot of ground late, which should indicate this horse will really like 440.
Well, he was right behind that horse we've been talking about, El Huracano V. On the outside, he got his footing under him, and he came and took the place. Now, here's a horse whose first two starts were not much at all. They took the blinkers off of him to make him more comfortable in the gate. It's worked. He's breaking with the field. 440 is his friend.
Our horses to watch on Saturday, day 2 of the All-American Trials. Treasured Empire, Just a Little Bad Cat, Fall Classic, and Think Twice Perry. And I'll tell you what, very equal amount of talent on both days. It'll take a lot to make the final of the All-American.
Oh, it's, you know, Tim, it's always the elements can come into play. You don't necessarily have to have the best horse, but you got to have the best horse on that day. They got to show up and perform.
Very difficult to make the final of that prestigious $3 million race. When we come back, we'll tell you all about the Oaks and the Derby trials to be held on Sunday when the Triple Crown Report returns.
For over 56 years, Speed Horse Magazine has been the trusted source for quarter horse racing news. Our mobile-friendly platform elevates your experience on any device. Our advanced search puts essential data right at your fingertips. Explore the stallion section, easily sort and filter member stallions, then compare up to 3 side by side. Stay informed with custom notifications tailored to you. Speed Horse Magazine. We deliver the information that drives the industry.
Genetics matter, and these are impossible to ignore. Just Dulce, 2025 champion 3-year-old colt and full brother to the phenomenon, Dulce Sintacha. Backed by elite genetics, proven performance, and a program designed for success, Just Dulce booked full his very first season. Just Dulce, genetically inevitable, standing at Royal Vista Ranch in Wayne, Oklahoma.
Back with the Triple Crown Report, we turn our attention now to Sunday's trials for the 3-year-olds. $700,000 All-American Oaks, $1 million All-American Derby. This might be the best day of racing of the year, Tom.
Several of the races on this day, Tim, are stakes races in their own right. You could put them in the feature spot on just about any race card, and they would hold their own as a top flight stakes race.
440 yards, and unlike the Futurity, the top 10 that qualify on Sunday in the Oaks and Derby will make the final Labor Day weekend. Let's start with race 1. All eyes are on Toby Sis. Seems to be an extremely fast filly for the Oaks.
Well, she showed her stuff in the Rainbow Oaks, drawn right next to GF She's Sinful, who was the main competition. And the further they went, the better Toby Sis liked it. She rolled away to win by 3/4 of a length. She beat the boys last winter in the Los Alamitos 2 million. So she's got immense talent. Why go in the Oaks? Well, you're only running in 5 trials as opposed to 8 in the Derby. Yeah, the money's a little less, but they don't think it's worth the chance.
And I thought it was interesting that GF She's Sinful that we just watched in that video is running in the Derby.
Just the opposite theory. That she didn't beat Toby Sis in 2 tries. The Derby's worth a little more money. Why not? Let's take a crack. She's already beat the boys once in the Ruidoso Derby, so why not? Why not go? That's their thinking.
You betcha. And then we go to the 3rd race, and we have MW Because I'm First. This horse finished 3rd in the Mountaintop, but they come back and choose the All-American instead of the state-bred races.
It is interesting that they decided to go this route. 3rd behind Luxury, who we know is the top quality horse, stakes winner at both 2 and 3. 2nd in the State Fair Futurity last fall, and that was a $1.2 million race. So definitely some talent. Hey, there's only one All-American Oaks. Why not take a shot?
We go to the Derby now. We'll start with race number 8. I think one of the most consistent racehorses in America is Effortless Favorite for trainer Jason Olmstead.
He won this trial that he's in over Hitman V and Investor, a couple of other good names, you know. He's just a win machine. He cranks them out. He runs big in big spots. He's what has he made over $500,000 in his career? Always shows up. I don't see any reason why he won't now. He was 4th in the Rainbow Derby, and jockey Francisco Ramirez Jr. told me he didn't like the track that day, so we'll see.
And then what a fantastic 10th race. We have Political Twist, might be possibly the fastest racehorse in America as a 3-year-old, and last year's All-American champ, King of the Tide, together in post positions 3 and 4. Let's start with Political Twist, Tom, at the top of the game.
Well, Political Twist had his start delayed this year. He came back in the finals of the Rainbow Derby, a 2nd start in 2 weeks after a long layoff. Wasn't sure he'd be up to the task. Was he ever? Jockey Francisco Calderon was on Jarvis V, the runner-up. He told me, I thought I had him halfway down, and he just hit another gear. So he won that convincingly. Jarvis V 2nd, Louisiana Man 3rd. They're all in these Derby trials.
And then King of the Tide is in the same trial. Last year's All-American champ had a prep in the trials for the Zia Derby. Then comes back. You wonder if this horse has lost a step or might be just as fast as last Labor Day.
You know, he hasn't shown he's as fast, but then again, he had some trouble leaving the gate in that New Mexico bred trial. He wasn't going to make that final, so he's already paid up in the All-American, so why not? And as luck would have it, he draws right in with Political Twist to relive their All-American thriller.
Well, that's got to be an exacta box, right, Tom? I mean, I'm not going to get shut out with Political Twist and King of the Tide. It should be a fantastic trial for the All-American Derby. So to repeat, horses to watch on Sunday: Toby Sis, MW Because I'm First for the Oaks, and in the Derby, Effortless Favorite, Political Twist versus King of the Tide in the 10th. What a weekend, Tom.
Well, those that are trying to handicap it, remember, these horses are stretching out. Some of them can do it and some of them can't. Sometimes it's hard to tell from the PPs just where that separation lies, but winning at 350 doesn't mean you can do the same at 440.
And the Cowboy Channel will have all of the coverage across the country.
We'll be streaming the trials live on the Cowboy Channel, and then we'll be back on Labor Day to show you the Futurity, the Juvenile, and the All-American Gold Cup live on our show, plus a full recap of the Oaks and Derby from the day before.
And a reminder that Ruidoso Downs will be hosting the annual New Mexico Bred, Thoroughbred, and Quarter Horse Yearling Sale on Saturday, August the 15th. No racing that day at the Downs of Albuquerque. There are 300 New Mexico bred racehorses that will be for sale at the Ruidoso Sales Pavilion on Saturday, August the 15th. Thanks, Tom, for the time, and we'll see you this weekend.
Hey, looking forward to it, Tim.
Triple Crown Report is brought to you by Jones Bloodstock Insurance Agency, Granada Farms, American Quarter Horse Association, New Mexico Horse Breeders Association, Kavanaugh Quarter Horses, Royal Vista Ranch, Just Dulce, and Speed Horse Magazine. Thanks for watching. We'll catch you next week on the Triple Crown Report.